Hey everybody, Dan and Andrew here from Fact. We were wanting to do this video because there's a new report out from the American Lung Association that actually really directly applies to HVAC and air quality in your home. So we wanted to bring you some insights. Andrew, what do we got?
Yeah, so let's be honest. If you live in Phoenix, we all kind of complain about it, right? Our allergies, I mean, literally this morning I woke up and was like, I got to scratch my eyeballs out, right? And so it just, I mean, we've lived in the Valley for a long time, and it seems like just every year, every season, it gets worse. Well, that's not just a feeling. That's a fact. The new American Lung Association reports that we have the fourth worst air quality in the entire country. And so I thought what I thought was interesting was some of the things that contribute to it, right?
Okay.
And really how this boils down to, it ain't changing. So let's be clear. One of the biggest contributing factors, according to them, is the hot and sunny climate. That's not going anywhere in Phoenix. So the reality of it is it's going to be here. One of the other things is drought and climate change. We live in a desert. You know, we're going to have periods of drought. Like it's all of these things, right? Plus the expanding population, right? The amount of people moving to the area. You put all these things together and it's a recipe for a quote unquote allergy disaster, right? Yeah. So there's a lot of things that people are feeling that maybe they didn't quite know it's as bad as it truly is. Again, you and I have lived here a long time. Right. We kind of always talk about it. I scratch my throat and I make the world's most annoying noise doing it. My wife hates me. Everybody here does. Just facts. But the reality of it's getting worse.
Right.
And we hear that from a lot of our customers. Like, hey, is there anything you can do? I mean, Dan, the reality of it is you and your family suffer from a lot of allergies.
Absolutely.
We've done some things for you guys. What are some of the steps that you've taken to help you and your family kind of deal with these things?
So yeah, especially, my daughter and stuff, especially, and myself have really bad allergies. Ironically, my wife has it about every 4 to 5 years. This season is one of the worst she's ever had. I feel really bad. But in our home, there's a couple of things. We've done duct cleaning every couple of years or so, and that really made a material difference in our house. Really getting those contaminants out of the ducts and getting the dust and the other stuff that settles there.
Right.
Out was a big deal. And then iWaves, right, which are, for those who don't know, are an ionized solution that goes in your air handler and cleans the air as it flows through. And it scrubs it and self-cleaning, so you don't have to replace parts on it, et cetera. And we put it in every one of our systems. And, so between duct cleaning and a whole home solution. And then, of course, we change out our filters, right? Changing your filters is a big deal. Please do it. I personally tell you every month, change them. But even with the filters, that whole home filtration and that regular, every couple of years duct cleaning keeps it, as good as it could be. And one of the reasons why I care about that in particular is, a while back there was another study that, stipulated the air quality inside homes, especially energy efficient homes. So newer builds in the last 10 years that are more sealed. Your air quality in your home can be up to 30 to 35% worse than outside. So if you're in Phoenix and we're the fourth worst in the nation, I mean, basically you're just breathing horrific air. Well, the air in your home's 30% worse than that if you're not taking an action to make it cleaner. So I think, those are things where, I look at them like, yeah, you gotta be proactive, put in a whole home solution that I don't have to think about. It just runs all the time.
Right.
And then proactively change the filters. And then, every couple of years when things look a little bit bad, when those filters are getting dirtier quicker, et cetera, time to do the duct clean.
Yeah. And so it's great that you mentioned those very specific steps. And one of the things that customers can do, and honestly, guys, stop buying the cheap air filters. Like that's number one, right? Yeah. If you can look through it,
it's not helping
dirt, pollen, and particles get right through it. And what's interesting is in this same study that they did, they showed that Phoenix Mesa is the fifth worst for particle pollution.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yep.
So
very particular type.
Yeah. So all of that, you need real high quality air filtration to start with. Correct. Right? Especially if you have hard surface floors. A lot of people don't understand it, but carpet actually works like an air filter.
It does.
Right.
It
with
absorbs
the AC
dust,
system.
dirt, particles.
As your unit is running, it pulls that air through the carpet. It picks those things up. You vacuum it. You throw it away. Right. But if you have hardwood floors, if you have tile, things
Correct.
like that, you have to make sure you have good air filters.
Absolutely.
That's step number one that everybody can control.
Right.
One other thing that I just wanted to add to things that people can do that we recommend a lot to our customers is cleaning their indoor coils.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the biggest things is obviously with people moving into the valley, you're buying a house that somebody else had, right? All of their pollutants and stuff ran through that coil.
Yep.
When you clean it, we can sanitize it, and that's where all the air passes through. You want to get that out of there because you're still breathing all that junk that comes across that coil. So,
Well, stuff grows on coils.
yep, absolutely.
Depending on the condition of them and everything else.
Call
wanna
that
get
wet sock smell.
Yes. Yeah. If your unit smells like a wet sock, it's your indoor coil. Please let us clean that and get those contaminants off of it.
Yep.
And so that's an important thing. That that comes with the duct cleaning package that we offer. One of the packages, and it's the way that I would do my duct cleaning. So I just loop it into that. But that is a separate thing that's also very important.
Yeah. And the reality of it is not only does it help create a better indoor air environment for our customers and for their families, but it actually helps the system run longer. It cuts down on repairs.
Absolutely.
And it helps the energy efficiency side. So it's a win-win.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I was just, like I said, we all feel it. We all feel like the air sucks in Arizona.
We all think of certain notorious places that have bad air quality, like L.A., Houston, certain ones. And then it's like, well, Phoenix. I mean, it's sunny and bright. Well, yeah, through a brown cloud.
And what's funny is you mentioned that like some of the other major cities in the country. In that same report, it helps talk about how so many other cities are doing things to reduce their pollution and increase their air quality. We're going the opposite direction. So the reality of it is, if you're going to be in the valley, if you're feeling these things, you can do a lot of stuff for the AC inside of your home, which controls the climate, which helps improve the climate, helps protect you, all of those things. And oddly enough, we offer it all. So make sure you check us out. And anytime our technicians are there that you're asking about those options and kind of maybe some ideas if you're thinking about it, and all of our technicians are trained and can help educate you on all different air quality things that we can do to help you and your family.
Absolutely.